Hello folks, this is Hidden Numismatist back at you again with another coin that I want to discuss with you this Monday evening. The coin that I'm going to feature today from my collection is the 50th anniversary Kennedy proof coin that was struck by our West Point Mint in 2014 in honor of the 50th anniversary of our beloved Kennedy half dollar. And if you love the Kennedy half dollar and President John F. Kennedy in the way that I do, you got to have this piece, man. This is the pinnacle piece that all Kennedy coin collectors, all numismatists want to have, and they need to have this in their collection. It's 99% pure gold, as you can see. They're in the lettering. And it's 0.75 ounces, 3/4 of an ounce of gold, struck at the West Point Mint. Beautiful, beautiful coin. And I bought this when it came out at the U.S. Mint's website in 2014. I bought two, in fact. One for my perma-stack going into my private collection. The second one just as numismatic share as a bullion investment, gold bullion, and they performed very well. So this is the coin that I want to discuss with you, brothers and sisters. Let's get started. This is the U.S. Mint's first ever gold half dollar, this beautiful coin, all right? And it contains 3/4 of an ounce of 24 karat gold, and it's struck with a proof finish at the West Point Mint in New York. The raised Kennedy profile is frosted and appears to float on the mirror-like background. That is absolutely well described. The obverse is John Fitzgerald Kennedy, the youngest ever elected president. U.S. Mint Chief Engraver Gilroy Roberts based this on a portrait prepared for Kennedy from Kennedy's presidential medal. And they're absolutely correct. I mean, the way that they struck it is so beautiful. The mirror-like background, the fields that they're referring to, and how the devices just pop. Make this boom right there. You see how that, like a somewhat darker, blacker fields, and how the devices just pop. Beautiful, beautiful coin. It's a piece that is not really numismatic, right? It's not like a Charlotte or Dahlonega or a nice, beautiful, large cent, commemorative. It's a nice, beautiful coin that is definitely worth pulling out of my private collection to give its respect because of how important it is in United States numismatics as the 50th anniversary of our beloved Kennedy half dollar. The reverse is based on the presidential seal created by U.S. Mint sculptor-engraver Frank Gasparro. It consists of a heraldic eagle with a shield on its breast holding a symbolic olive branch and a bundle of 13 arrows. It features the inscriptions United States of America, half dollar, 3/4 ounce, 0.9999 fine gold. A ring of 50 stars surrounds the design, which gives this coin the distinction of having more stars than any other U.S. coin ever produced for circulation. That's pretty cool. I mean, very, very well said, and very important to know as numismatists. Here's the detailed breakdown of the coin. It says composition is 99.99% pure gold, as I stated, folks. And the content is 99 fine gold. In grams, it's roughly a little bit more than 23 grams. Its diameter is 1.205 inches. And the weight is 0.75 troy ounces of pure gold. Initially, when it came out in 2014, right, with shipping and handling and all that stuff from the U.S. Mint, I paid $12.42. And like I said, this was in 2014 when it came out. I bought 2 of these from the U.S. Mint in 2014, and I paid $1242.48, $1242 a piece. Well, today's gold melt value today, when gold being at $32.26, it melts alone for $24.20. This coin right here. And this is the type of coin, folks, that you want to keep. Like I said, I've discussed on my channel examples where you want to keep the coin with its third-party packaging and all its packaging that it comes in. And this is how it lays out. It first comes in this. It sets in this. I love how the Mint has done this, right? It's so sentimental and so gorgeous, right? It sets in here. And then you have the beautiful, I don't know if you would call this mahogany, if you will. But the way that it sets in here, if you have a display case or a curio cabinet, right, that you want to put it in. So it sits up like this, and then it lays down, of course, completely parallel, flush. And then you got this beautiful, beautiful black, felt like black pillow, if you will, right? And then, of course, you got the COA. Look how beautiful this is. Love this coin. I'm so honored to have one. And here's the specs. This is the COA. I want to show this all to you, folks. And this is the design. This is all stuff that you want to keep with this coin, right? You don't want to just, when you go to sell it, just sell the coin with the airtight. Because the dealer or the private collector like me is going to say, hey, where's the packaging, man? You know, this is a good example of a coin where you need all the guts, if you will. You know, all the stuff that came with it, right? This is very, very, very important, and adds to its potential numismatic value down the road. It does carry a little bit of a premium, but most dealers, most local coin shops will give you around melt for it, unfortunately. Maybe a few will give you a hair over. But overall, unfortunately, it is still considered a bullion coin because of its relatively still new, and is considered a modern coin, right? And I love that U.S. Mint brown. The Treasury, I apologize, the Department of the Treasury. And now this sits here, and then the box shuts. Beautiful, right? Love that snap, right? Beautiful boxes, presentation, packaging, how they present it to you. And then this is the box that it sets in itself, and I won't put it in because, you know, yours truly, Hidden Numismatist, being so precise and protect, I'll lay it in further, and then how this gently opens up this way to get access to the box itself, right? And then this is the lid to the box, right? Beautiful, beautiful packaging. And then this is the slip that slides over it. This maybe wasn't really necessary for the Mint to do, but this is exactly how it came from the Mint. It's all its beautiful packaging. So, as I said, the initial price was $12.42 and some change. Roughly today's melt is $24.20. So if I wanted to sell it, I would get roughly this for it, which, hey, in less than 10 years, I think the return on investment is pretty good. But I don't plan on selling this beautiful piece of honoring our beloved Kennedy in the $50 anytime soon. So modern coins become spectacles when they hit the market, something we've seen many times over in recent years when limited edition coins or other hot items hit the street. This was the case when the 2014 W 50th anniversary gold Kennedy $50 was offered for sale by the United States Mint. The coin, marking the golden anniversary of the first Kennedy $50, released 50 years earlier in 1964, became notable as the first United States $50 minted from gold. Amen. That's so cool. The coin made quite the splash when the U.S. Mint released the .999 fine 3/4 of an ounce gold coin on August 5 of 2024 in conjunction with the American Numismatic Association's World Fair of Money. That is correct. While the coins were simultaneously offered at the Mint facilities in Philadelphia and Denver as well as the Mint's headquarters in Washington, D.C., it was the Chicago area coin show where thousands convened to buy the coin, sold with a household limit of just one coin. Yes, at the show you could purchase only one, but I purchased my two directly from the U.S. Mint's website. The other one is in my safe, so I only needed to pull one out for bringing this coin that I'm featuring today. No need to pull both of them out. Many people stood in line anticipating the noon Eastern drop simply to sell their newly acquired gold Kennedy halves to coin collectors at the show for a tidy profit. And for many, this was a lucrative proposition. The proof coin was issued by the U.S. Mint for $1,240. I paid $1,242.48 to be exact. That's the number I pulled out of my database. Yet, within days, many specimens were selling for more than $2,500. And some trapezed well above beyond the $5,000 mark. The first specimen sold at the coin show in Chicago was graded PR70, Proof 70 DCAM by PCGS and was later sold in a private treaties transaction for $100,000. Hello. So a little bit of tidbit information from yours truly, hidden numismatist. Many collectors may have not known that. Ultimately, the U.S. Mint distributed 70,772 examples of the 2014 W gold Kennedy half dollar, which was very close to the maximum authorized production of 75,000. Despite the run-up in prices on the post-secondary market in the days, weeks, and months after the coin was released, prices have long since settled closer to melt value. That is correct. Lower prices have made it easier for collectors to buy the best specimens for their PCGS registry sets, many of them which accommodate the 2014 W Gold Kennedy half dollar. And like I said, it's nothing majorly numismatic. It's not numismatic really at all. But to me, as a private collector who's been doing this for quite some time, this is a piece that is no joke. It is definitely a coin that needs to be in a serious coin collection. Like I said, especially if you love the Kennedy half dollar like I do, and you keep up with the series, even though the Kennedy half dollar itself series is really also nothing numismatic, but this is in the realm, this is in a different ballpark. And that's why I'm still bringing this to you as a featured coin on my channel, just because of how beautiful it is, how well struck it is, and it's honoring the 50th anniversary of the Kennedy half dollar. So I wanted to give this coin the love and respect that it does deserve on a numismatic channel. All right, my numismatic brothers and sisters, that's what I got for you today. Bring you another video of one of my favorite coins. Yeah, it is one of my favorites. I guess you could call it that, if you will. But not really a numismatic piece, but still like a piece, like I said, a piece that does need to be discussed on the channel. So, you all have a wonderful day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are in this beautiful world. Be kind to each other. Take care of each other. And most importantly, may God bless you all. Bye-bye.